The Big Bang Theory, 5 biggest secrets the characters kept. Hey guys, today we're going to talk about The Big Bang Theory, 5 biggest secrets the characters kept. Let's get right into it. Number 1. The first pilot episode is unrecognizable. The Big Bang Theory that has been on the air for over a decade is very different from the pilot episode that was presented to CBS in 2006. While he is now portrayed as largely asexual and befuddled by romance and other seemingly ineffective human pursuits, Sheldon was openly sexually active in the pilot. There was also no Penny. Instead, the attractive neighbor role was filled by Katie, a tough, unfriendly woman. Even the optics were different. Leonard wore suits to discover his trademark hoodies. There was one other notable difference. The theme song was Thomas Dolby's 1983 hit She Blinded Me with Science, which was a little too obvious. CBS declined, but asked the show's creators Chuck Lorre and Bill Prady to rework the show and submit a new pilot. They did so extensively, and included a new theme song from Barenaked Ladies, and the show was added to the network's fall schedule in 2007. Number 2. Big Bang Bucks. Contract negotiations between the cast and production company Warner Brothers TV delayed the show's production in 2014. CBS eventually renewed the sitcom for 3 more seasons, and the show's 3 leads, Jim Parsons, Johnny Galecki, and Kaley Cuoco, each received a salary of $1 million per episode. Meanwhile, the show's male supporting actors, who had been with the show from the beginning, had to renegotiate their contracts as well. Simon Helberg and Kunal Nair collectively bargained for salaries of around $750,000 per episode. Fortunately for all parties involved, the agreement was reached the day before their old contracts expired. If Helberg and Nair had not accepted the offer, the writers of The Big Bang Theory would have been forced to remove their characters from the show. That leaves Melissa Roch and Mayim Bialik, the other 2 major long-term The Big Bang Theory cast members. They both joined the show later in its run and earned a relatively meager $200,000 per episode until the 2016-17 season. Then, thanks to their extremely generous co-stars, they received a significant pay rise. For the show's 11th and 12th seasons, the highest paid cast members agreed to a pay cut of $900,000 per episode, with the stated intention of using extra money to pay raises to Roch and Bialik, who would then earn about $450,000 per episode. Number 3. Johnny Galecki and Kaley Cuoco dated secretly for years. Johnny Galecki dated one of the most beautiful actresses on television in the early days of The Big Bang Theory, and Cuoco dated a handsome TV star herself, and they were both able to keep their relationship a secret. Surprise! Galecki and Cuoco dated concurrently, with their characters developing romantic interest in one another, and almost no one knew. It wasn't until 2010, long after the couple had divorced amicably, that either of them spoke publicly about their relationship. Cuoco revealed to company magazine CBS Watch that she had been dating Galecki for nearly 2 years. It was such an important part of his life and no one knew about it. That included never leaving the house together. 3 years later, Galecki gave CBS Watch his side of the story. He said, "We're dear friends still." He then added, "Kaley's not just an ex, she's a part of my life." So, why were they so private about things? "I just don't like to speak about it," Galecki then added. "And not because I'm trying to be enigmatic. I just worry that it will conflict with people's acceptance of Leonard and Penny." Number 4. You're never going to see those babies again. A new character joined The Big Bang Theory in the middle of the 10th season, from 2016 to 2017. Howard and Bernadette's newborn daughter, Haley. While Howard and Bernadette's lives have been drastically altered by having a child, the baby itself does not appear on screen very often, if at all. According to showrunner Steve Malaro, aside from the very special episode featuring Haley's birth, that baby will only be heard, not seen, screaming and crying off-screen. It's a nod to Carol Ann Susie, the unseen actress who played Howard's equally shrill mother. Susie died in 2014 and her character followed suit. Malaro went on to say, "It also means we don't have to have a baby on set, which solves a lot of problems." Bernadette gave birth to her second child, a boy named Neil, after Neil Armstrong, Neil Gaiman, and Neil Diamond. According to Entertainment Tonight, executive producer Steve Holland will most likely follow Malaro's No Babies Allowed policy. Holland said, "I'm not super excited to have someone haul their newborn twins and shove them in front of a camera." Number 5. The cast has some real musical chops. The Big Bang Theory just loves to throw in musical sequences now and then to break up the set-up wisecrack laughs formula, and they let the actors perform their own musical stunts whenever possible. That works because a number of the cast members can play an instrument. Bernadette is quarantined in the 2013 episode, The Romance Resonance, which leads to Howard leading the entire cast of The Big Bang Theory in a performance of a special song he wrote for her, sung through a sealed window. The song's actual composers are Kate McCucci and Ricky Lindholm of the comedy musical duo Garfunkel and Oates. Both have previously appeared on the show. Helberg sang and played keyboards while performing the song, and it only took him one take to nail it. That's all for today, and we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.